Where I remember Campia saying
Star Wars.
Rogue One, I think?
Star Wars.
Star
Wars.
Star
Wars.
I thought he said
Darth Vader
Michael Giacchino
versus Luke
or
Skywalker.
I want to kill you right now.
Hey guys, and welcome to episode 58 of the Up Real Late podcast. My name is Scott Ellis, joined by Tim McGavick. How you doing, Tim?
Great, as usual.
Nice. And Tyler Switulski.
Pretty good. I'm doing pretty good, Scott. Thanks for asking. Glad to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And rounding out our sausage party, Adam Craney.
Hello, ladies. Just kidding, there are zero here.
Let's just run down some of the topics we're going to be discussing on this week's episode. As usual, we're going to be discussing our last seen movie. And our review of the week is Sausage Party. And we do have some news. Later we're going to be discussing a couple of trailers that dropped this week, including the official full trailer for Rogue One, Resident Evil, the final chapter, and Moonlight and Sea of Trees starring Matthew McConaughey. We'll be talking about those later, so if you do want to skip ahead to any of those topics, go in the description box below on YouTube, and you can click on timestamps and skip ahead.
Possibly.
I mean...
It's a virtual guarantee. They've never been missed. Ask Christoph Cohen. He'll tell you. A super fan.
And don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you want to add anything to our discussion. And, of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel. So, yeah. Let's get into our last scenes, gentlemen. Timmy wants to go first. What do you got for us this week?
Got a little movie from 2004.
Nice.
Could you with the little synopsis?
A little synopsis coming out.
A young woman is cursed to look like an old woman from a spiteful witch. She seeks out the help of Howl, a young wizard who stays on the constant move with the help of his legged castle. This is the Hayao Miyazaki film, Howl's Moving Castle.
Not 13 going on 30?
Not 13 going on 30.
Close.
Written and directed by the master Hayao Miyazaki, based on the book by Diana Wynne Jones.
So Jennifer Gardner's not in this?
No.
Oh.
Now, Adam, you were wearing a Miyazaki shirt the other day. Had a bunch of faces on it.
I was.
And you pointed to a robot and said, "This is from Howl's Moving Castle." And
Oh.
it took all my urge to say, no, the Scarecrow is from Howl's Moving Castle, but I didn't want to spoil that I'd seen it.
I was talking about the Scarecrow.
No, you pointed to your robot. Shut up.
Wrong. You idiot.
This is a good movie. Not my favorite of his. Story is a little lacking. Kind of not much plot to it, really.
Did you watch the dub version? Or
No,
did
I
you
watched
watch the
the
Japanese with subtitles?
I watched the dubbed one with
Same.
Christian Bale,
Oh,
Yes.
Billy Crystal,
Billy Crystal as the Flame.
Emily Mortimer, and Lauren Bacall, I think, is the other one.
You
Played the
gotta
witch.
watch the dubbed Miyazaki's. It gets superstar.
Yeah, they get
cast.
amazing cast to do it.
Fuck.
Crazy.
That's good. It's good. Animation, of course, is beautiful. Style's amazing.
The
Clearly
actual-
Miyazaki. Like the actual moving castle looks like pretty
Crazy,
sick.
crazy, right?
Billy Crystal was good, actually. I
Yeah.
usually don't like him, but he
I
like
agree.
he fit this character like
I
it's
like-
it's like his
Charming.
best character he's played in like forever. I was like,
A
shit.
flame.
Since when Harry Met Sally,
Yeah.
like fucking
Fuck,
30
I was like
years
expecting
ago.
like usual like loud and annoying Billy Crystal, but it wasn't. It was like there's a nice voice casting for him.
I like this character.
Christian Bale was good. I thought a little miscast actually. His voice didn't quite fit the look of the character,
I agree.
right?
I think it was like name over actual.
I think
fit.
so. Yeah. But yeah, pretty decent.
I
Didn't
think
love
it's in the middle of my Miyazaki
Yeah.
filmography. I didn't love it.
Yeah, it's
Didn't
okay.
hate it.
The storyline just kind of weak. They don't really explain much,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
cool too because I do like being kind of dropped into a world, but like some explanation of like why, like I don't know why he's a bird. Well, somewhat spoilers.
Right. Well,
Kind of. It's not really a spoiler. He turns into a bird at some point. I'm like,
So
is it
it's
just
like
because he's a
plot.
wizard, or is there's like a curse on him too? Never really fully explained.
Yeah.
And then she kind of goes back and forth between a young woman and an old man in some scenes. I'm like, why is this happening? I had to like read about it to figure out why it's happening. I'm like, that's not good if they're not really explaining key important parts of their movie.
Yeah.
But I can't complain. overly much because it is pretty solid overall.
I feel there's a lot of themes that he repeats in a lot of his different movies, right?
Yeah,
it's pretty obvious.
And
Even like visual motifs of like it's like really picturesque towns that they live in, and like there's lots of flying motifs. He's like obsessed with like flying.
Yeah, the towns in this look like the town from Porco Rosso, so it's like kind of like a European kind of vibe to it. And then flying happens in like almost every one of his movies.
So, like I feel like there's like better, like certain aspects of this movie have been done better. Yeah. Similar theme in other Miyazaki movies.
Yeah.
So like it's sort of
like the whole like
middle to like middle-ish
fantasy part of this movie is better done in Princess Mononoke. Like there's witches and stuff in that movie. I'm like, that's just a lot better. Yeah. If I bang that movie, wow.
Oof,
this I'm gonna give a light 4.
Light 4.
Good. Some might say very good, but didn't love it.
Didn't love it. Heavy 4.
Better than Porco Rosso.
Savage.
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
All right, Tyler, you want to jump in with your last scene?
Okay. So before I start, I'm just gonna
full disclosure.
Full disclosure here.
You always start with something.
Well, I kind of have to because I don't want to disappoint the fans if I haven't already. The past
You've never
58
disappointed
weeks.
anyone.
Never happened before.
Tim, I'm sorry, you look so upset right now.
It's okay.
I've been out of town for most of the week.
You know what? All I hear is excuses.
I did see Sausage Party. Miraculously, I saw Sausage Party. I did see it. Okay? So, my last scene, not what I wanted it to be, but it worked out pretty well.
Don't lie, you wanted it.
No, I enjoyed it a little bit.
Is it Sausage Party?
So, in a land where food is no.
Oh my god.
A cyborg.
With a chance at meatballs?
A cyborg. Identical to the one who failed to kill Sarah Connor.
My god.
Must now protect her young son, John Connor, from a more advanced cyborg made out of full liquid metal.
You watched T2?
I watched T2.
Judgment Day.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's
cool. For the first time?
Good. No, see, this is the one, like, out of the entire series, this is the one that I hadn't seen all of. I watched when it first not when it first came out because I was just born, but it was like I watched it when I was really young, and I never watched the entire thing.
All right.
So this is kind of like a rewatch, but I should have re-seen it. So
this is fair. This is okay. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. Thank God. I was so worried, guys.
What did you think?
You didn't drop the ball like
critically acclaimed action masterpiece.
I loved it.
You don't say.
I did love it. 1991's T2 Judgment Day. It was one of those action movies that I feel like movies today should just strive to be.
Correct.
Right.
Because this was like, I feel like it's an original action movie. Like it was.
Yes.
There was more content to it instead of just blind fire and cars and guns.
Real
this was actually
stunts.
I felt this was really
a lot of practical makeup.
Tim, I feel like you're itching.
No, I just like fucking with you guys. This movie's amazing.
Okay, good. Okay.
I was like,
Tim, you want to say something here?
James
Starring
Cameron, my boy.
I had no idea it was James Cameron directed this.
You seem like that person that
director of Avatar.
Yeah,
is that how you knew him?
Yeah, that's how. Oh, I know him from a lot of other things, but I had no idea that this was.
What other things?
I'm gonna say Titanic.
Okay.
I know he's working on Avatar sequels.
Yeah,
that's
3 of them,
and that's it.
Yeah.
So
common.
Arnie Schwartz.
Love him.
Arnie Schwartz.
Love my man Arnie.
Yeah.
Right.
Linda Hamilton. Right.
Wrong.
Edward Furlong. And then it gets down
Thespian.
to and then Robert Patrick, and then kind of just falls down like James Morton or Joe Morton, and like
some idiots. Who cares?
Did you guys know Linda Hamilton was married to James Cameron?
You sure?
It's right here on her page.
Switty News?
No, not Switty News. Spouses: James Cameron from June 26, 1997 to December 16th, 1999. They have a kid together.
Baffling.
Yeah. This was after the movies, like after the Terminator movies.
Wow.
Yeah. That's weird, right?
Bizarre.
Yeah. This was just a great movie. Like the effects.
Unparalleled action sequences.
The effects for 1991, like for the T-1000.
The effects for today are outstanding.
Yeah. This this was 25 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
holds
yeah.
up.
Hold
People
up.
were,
Oh, definitely
people were
holds up.
complaining because Terminator Genesis has a liquid Terminator in it as well, and they're like, "How does this look way worse than
That's something done
1992's?"
a quarter century ago.
Yeah.
Baffling.
Like what they could do with the liquid
Yeah,
Terminator
so cool.
back then is crazy.
I think that was like the first like main in your face CGI effect.
Yeah.
The first time they there had been like subtle stuff, like very very little stuff. This was the first movie to like do like rely on like a CGI effect and like not hide it.
Yeah.
It looks great.
And it looks fucking
Like
good.
I remember seeing that. Like there's one point where he uses it to like this liquid form to like make a spike.
Yeah.
And he like stabs a security guard.
Yeah.
I remember that from when I was a kid, and like rewatching now, like equally as freaky. Like it was just like terrifying.
I believe they did a lot of practical stuff too.
Yes.
I think that was real. I think they
Yeah.
built like a practical head and like
That is
stuff.
so cool.
Yeah.
And like where he turned them like into spikes and like separated like a door.
Yeah.
And like when he's like grabbing onto the car, like the apps they must have been practical because they were just so amazing. Great story, amazing story.
I think that's what separates it from like a lot of action schlock.
There's
There's
actual
actually
content.
Yeah. Characters you care about, story that's interesting.
Like it didn't fall for a sequel. Like it was damn good.
Right. No,
It's a lot better than the first
Most
one.
people consider it better than the first one.
The first one's 80s cheese.
It is 80s, but it's.
I personally I love the first one.
Yeah, I think it's still amazing.
I don't love it.
I find it hard to watch it a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked it.
It's good,
Yeah.
but this one is like far superior.
Yeah. So written by James Cameron, William Wisher Jr. I don't know what he's done, but I do like that James Cameron did write it.
Original too.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Just
Not based off anything. Just James Cameron just created it.
just wrote it.
Sold the rights for like $1 or something like that.
Yeah. So just an amazing. I would definitely recommend this. Like anyone who like.
How could you
like,
not?
What do
You
hit
can't
it
not.
with?
I'm gonna hit this with a 4.
Not a 5 bang?
Savage.
What?
Let's go 4.
It's a 5 bang for me.
4 to 5.
It's a
T2.
5 or
Yeah.
a 0.
5.
No, it was. It's
How do we give a higher rating to T2 than you? That's
Yeah,
fucked.
that is baffling.
what? I'm leaning between 4.
You know what?
and
Stick
heavy
with your
4.
guns. Stick with
You
your
know,
guns.
I'm like
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
give
give
it a
myself.
4.
You know what? I like my 4.
4.5.
That's
Yeah.
good.
You know what? You do you, man.
Yeah. Fuck you guys.
Well,
Adam, what you got for us?
I watched a film last
Did you?
night
Did you know?
at midnight. Till 2 a.m.
Greaseball!
Yeah. Fuck, right? I did it because I needed to finish the director's filmography. And this was the final stop. Professional gambler Sydney teaches John the tricks of the trade. John does very well until he falls for a cocktail waitress named Clementine. Ty, I'm of course talking about 1996 Heartache.
Of course.
Ever hear of it?
Yes.
Alright.
AKA Sydney.
Of course.
Really?
I love it.
Yeah, liar. Tim?
I haven't watched it yet.
You've seen it, Scott.
I have.
PTA, first film he ever made. Paul Thomas Anderson, writer-director of There Will Be Blood, Boogie Nights, blah blah blah. Magnolia, The Master, what have you. Starring Philip Baker Hall, John C. Reilly, Gwyneth Paltrow, Samuel L. Jackson, and R.I.P. the boy, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh, psh.
And
Yes.
Baffling that he got that cast. First movie.
Right?
I get it. How crazy.
yeah, wow, okay, good point. I literally
His first movie, he gets that cast? What?
I read like a trivia thing. They pointed out Gwyneth Paltrow and Philip Seymour Hoffman, Oscar winners, and then Philip Baker Hall, Samuel L. Jackson, Oscar nominees. Obviously, maybe not at that time, but that's crazy that he got that cast so early, right?
What year is this?
1996.
Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson would have been nominated
For
already.
Pulp Fiction already.
Right off Pulp Fiction, yeah.
Interesting. As Tim would say, this is a very good movie.
It's good.
I liked it. Me likey. I thought one of the most interesting things about this movie was I just thought like, okay, like let me just finish off Paul Thomas Anderson's filmography here with his first movie. I haven't seen it. I wasn't like hyped because I'm not into like gambling and whatever, like casino games and all that. I'm like, yeah, like let's just watch it. There's a distinct twist, maybe halfway through the movie, right?
Yes.
Maybe 3/4. It felt like it just became a totally different movie.
Yeah.
Literally just flips it on its head, turns into like a crime thriller, noir.
Really?
Yeah.
Noir. Yeah, it's very noir.
Very noir. Like, Philip Baker Hall is amazing in this movie.
So good.
He is a gangster.
Yes.
I was like, I love this guy. Just cold open with him walking up to like a coffee shop and just finding John C. Reilly and just offering him a coffee. And right from there, just becomes his mentor, like in life. Just teaches him how to be a baller in the casino.
Straight gangster.
Just swag on every possible like casino game there is. And yeah, I don't know, I just really liked it. The performances were great. Like I said, Philip Baker Hall, haven't seen him in all that much. He's like, I guess, more of a character actor, right?
Yeah.
It was cool to see him in the lead
Magnolia
role
as well, which
Magnolia, which I just watched,
In Seinfeld.
which he's good in. Oh my god, that's where I remember him from. Seinfeld. God damn, I knew it. It's like a who's who of character actors. John C. Reilly was great. Samuel L. Jackson was great. Even Gwyneth Paltrow, who I'm not normally a fan of, played a role perfectly.
Yeah, she was good.
Like the damaged sort of prostitute, like drugged out whore. It was really
You're
good.
saying she knows that role well? Is that what you're saying?
No, she played it well.
She played it perfect.
This is no reflection on the woman herself, okay? I did not say that.
She's a goddess.
She is. Anyway. Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson, greasy.
So greasy.
Like, it reminded me of Jackie Brown.
Yeah.
It kind of has that, like, simplistic sort of, like, melancholy feel through the beginning. Then, toward the end, goes, like we were saying, more noir. Certain directions that the characters take. And just has, like, a great ending, I thought. The ending just left me like, damn, that just boosted the movie. Like, half a star. Maybe a full star. Who knows?
Get frisky.
Okay. So I will stay tuned to my Letterboxd, Upreal Adam, for that PTA filmography coming soon. I know he did a documentary about like a band or something that goes to India. Not watching that. Sorry. I will have a disclaimer. Janan.
Yeah.
Well, check out Upreal Scott on Letterboxd. I already have my PTA filmography ranking.
Yeah.
Which I did watch that movie.
Well, fuck me.
It's not great.
Oh, savage. I'm gonna hit this puppy.
Dude, don't hit dogs, man. What the hell's wrong with you?
Oh yeah, I'm also gonna rate the movie.
You just
I have to
hit
hit
a
this
puppy?
first.
Shit, man.
4 bang.
4 bang.
For real.
4 bang.
Like 4
reals.
Good flick.
Cool.
Check it out. You don't have to be a gambling fan to like it.
I'm gonna jump in.
Oh?
I watched a little documentary.
Oh!
1994.
Jenna?
Film that follows the lives of 2 inner-city Chicago boys who struggle to become college basketball players on the road to becoming professional. Hoop Dreams. Any of you guys seen Hoop Dreams?
I have to admit, I have not seen this yet.
I have to admit, I have
It's
not
long.
seen it
I gotta
either.
fit it into my schedule somehow.
You got 3 hours.
Never heard of it.
Oh, fuck.
Check out Hoop Dreams.
It's on my Netflix.
Directed by Steve James. Starring, it's a documentary, so...
Who
Yeah.
gives a shit?
Arthur Adjie and William Gates are the 2
Subject.
basketball players, 2 subjects of the doc, which began as a PBS special, 30-minute special, and it was originally supposed to be about this one basketball game, and then going into some different players on the court, and going into their backstory, talking about where they came from, what their dreams are, and everything. And they ended up shooting 250 hours over 5 years of footage. It started as a 30-minute special. It spread over 5 years.
It's a bit of an extension.
Yeah, 3 hours long from 30 minutes. Crazy.
Interesting.
So the film basically, it starts... I'm not sure exactly what year, because it came out in 94, so it must have been in 87 or 88 or something like that. Back then when they started filming. 88 maybe. I don't know when I finished filming, editing, and then it came out.
Right. Okay.
But it basically starts when these kids are in grade 8, right? And then, like, how do you even, like, guess what these kids are going to be in, like, a few years, right?
Amazing.
And so these two kids, they take a very different route. You know, one kid, you know, they both come from, like, the inner city, like, their families do not have money at all. And one of the kids, it basically follows them because they both become enrolled in this school called St. Joseph's. St. Joseph's is famous in that area for being, it's like a prep school. And that's where Isaiah Thomas went to school.
Yeah, I knew the name. Where is it, sorry?
St. Joseph's in Chicago.
Chicago.
It's in like a Chicago suburb. Okay. And the one kid, William Gates, was sponsored by the president of Encyclopedia Britannica, which is a big company, who like sponsored like their family, like the president, their own family, sponsored like one inner city kid to like go to school who has like big dreams. They like sponsored him. So this kid has everything, all this money given to him to go to school, and he's like the star basketball player. And the other kid, Arthur Agee, like is not. His dad is like on crack. He like goes to jail. His mom's on welfare. They like can't afford to go to St. Joseph's. So after a year, he like drops out and goes to Marshall, which is like this like ghetto school basically, and like all black school where like it's basically like Adam, you've seen Coach Carter?
Yeah.
Coach Carter basically is like Marshall. That school is like Marshall.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, it's ironic.
The Sam Jackson one?
Yeah. Coach Carter, I feel like, takes a lot from Hoop Dreams. There's certain aspects of Hoop Dreams, like William Gates has like a girlfriend who was like a kid and stuff, who's like he's trying to support and stuff. Straight out of Coach Carter. There's a scene in Coach Carter where Sam Jackson is like really intense in like the gym, like making them run suicides.
Yeah.
The coach at St. Joe's is like really hard like that. He's like he like has them in the meeting. He's like ripping them apart, like telling them they're not going hard enough and stuff. Really, Coach Carter takes a lot from Hoop Dreams, but basically, it's an amazing movie. If I didn't say that already,
amazing.
It's amazing. It's like
I gotta see.
It's literally like that 3 hours just like flew. I was just into it.
Sick.
Like
so I like
I just following these kids.
I've never heard anything bad about this.
Yeah, I've only ever heard arguably best documentary of all time.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I've heard.
Did not get nominated for best documentary that year.
Is there a bridge around I can jump off of?
There's actually an interesting story behind that. Roger Ebert and Siskel just like went bananas when it didn't get nominated. They just went psycho. Yeah.
Oh, the gods.
Because it actually changed a lot in how documentaries were nominated at the Oscars. Because there was such uproar about it. That like arguably the best documentary of all time did not get nominated.
Right.
Because the way that the nomination process went, because the Academy had to review so many documentaries, they had this system where they all had flashlights, and if they didn't like the movie or they didn't want to continue watching, they would flash their flashlight. And if a majority of people flashed their flashlight during the movie, then they shut it off and they went to the next documentary. Guess how long it lasted? They watched how much of this movie? 15 minutes, and they turned it off.
This is baffling.
It's fucked.
They have them in like a bullpen, just like.
I feel like you have to finish the movie.
It's so fucked.
Flash your flashlights if you don't like what you're seeing. Like, are you kidding me?
When I read that, I was like, "That's how they did it."
I'm literally blown away.
It's crazy.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Crazy.
What do they do now? They just do the normal.
They changed it so like most of the people in that didn't even like make documentaries, because like the Academy is like filmmakers and stuff too, right? Right.
Yeah.
No one was like a documentary filmmaker. They changed it so most of the people that decide which ones are getting voted on and everything are documentary filmmakers. Decide what documentary features are nominated.
So this movie had to die for their sins.
Right.
Okay. Well.
Crazy. It was kind of interesting, like, because one of the guys was invited to like the All-American like invitational thing where like the best high school players go and like they go to like a camp
The McDonald's one?
I don't think it wasn't McDonald's back then.
Yeah, okay.
But it was like
All-American.
It was like the All-American camp or whatever.
Top of the top.
And it was really interesting to see what other players were at that. Like, that I know.
Like who?
Like, there was like the Fab Five guys. Like, Jalen Rose, Chris Webber, and Juwan Howard were all in that.
Really?
It's just interesting because this is like shot before they were... You guys don't know him.
Tim, Ty, you guys know the Fab Five?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Chris
totally,
Webber.
right?
Chris
yeah,
Webber.
Chris Webber.
I know Chris Webber, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the only...
All-star
yeah.
NBA player.
Jalen Rose? Former Raptor? Toronto Raptor?
No, I'm thinking of Charlie Rose. Never mind.
Alright. This was
Anyways, this is like back when they were in high school, so it was kind of cool to see them.
It's amazing.
At that time.
It's amazing.
Because they're just high school kids.
I can't wait to watch this.
But yeah, this documentary, though, starts in grade 8, follows them through the 4 years of high school. As they change, as they grow, they become better players. Like, William Gates he was the star of St. Joseph's. Then he, like, tears his ACL, or, like, his knee.
Spoilers!
No, I'm not seeing it.
Is this a spoiler?
No, he, like, wrecks his knee.
It's a documentary.
It's like, he's, like, struggling through, like, his recovery process. And then he, like, eventually, like, comes back and plays again. But, it's crazy, yeah. How they take so different routes. And Arthur Agee is like this little scrawny kid who's like a point guard who's like really quick, and eventually he like becomes like a star at Marshall at like the ghetto school, and they're like the giant killers in the playoffs.
Oh shit!
I was literally like, oh shit! Like, it was like getting hype in the end when they were in their senior year, when it was just like shit was getting real for them.
Let me ask
it was amazing.
This. Best basketball movie you've seen?
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah. What other basketball movie?
Right.
I haven't seen
the like the OGs, like Blue Chips and like Hoosiers and that stuff.
Yeah, I've seen Hoosiers. Hoosiers is good. I haven't seen the Leo D did one, didn't he?
Basketball Diaries.
Right, I haven't seen that.
Literally, like nothing to do with basketball.
Really?
Yeah, he plays basketball like twice with his friends in the movie.
And then starts doing drugs.
Sick. Okay.
Definitely not a basketball movie.
And like Coach Carter, but that.
Nah.
Right?
So this is the best.
This is the best.
I've been praying to see a good basketball movie in my lifetime, so I have to see this.
Also, this is for Adam only, or any basketball fan. Chuck Swirsky. The Chuck man.
Right? What? That's insane!
Oh, you're kidding. I thought maybe you guys actually were serious.
No. He was color commentating one of the high school games.
Oh, because it's in Chicago. He's from Chicago. Yeah. Shout out to the Swirst.
He was in one shot. I literally paused. I was like, Chuck, is that you?
He called the Raptors.
He used to be the Raptors.
You don't explain. It's fine.
Okay. Raptors color commentator.
I really don't care.
I wish he was my father. Okay. I love him.
Chuck Swirsky in the playoffs when they went to like bigger arenas.
Yeah.
He was like doing the
onions, baby onions.
He didn't say that.
Damn it.
I don't know. It's just a cool little Easter egg. But yeah, amazing movie.
Do it. 5 bang it. Do it.
5 bang.
Oh, disgusting.
What? That's insane.
I don't watch that many docs, but I love basketball. I love that these underdog stories. Seeing the struggles these guys go through, and then when they, when shit gets really interesting in the end, it was like I was hyped. 5 bang.
Savage. That lays a 5 down.
Let's move on into our review of the week. A little comedy. Sausage Party.
Ooh, I can relate.
Oh. Tim, hit us with a little synopsis.
The food at a grocery store all believe that when they are bought by people that they're going into the great beyond. But when one sausage discovers the horrible secret, he sets out to help his friends from being devoured.
Spoiler. Directed by Greg Tiernan and Conrad Vernon, starring Seth Rogen, Kristen Wiig, Jonah Hill, Bill Hader, Michael Cera, James Franco, Danny McBride, Craig Robinson, Paul Rudd, Nick Kroll, David Krumholtz, Ed Norton, Salma Hayek.
Nick Kroll, the rat-faced douche.
Yes.
Rat-faced.
You'll see him next in Loving.
Yes.
Oh my god. Hilarious. Anyway, sorry.
Guys, what are your thoughts on Sausage Party?
Ty. I'll go first.
You did see it.
I did not see this movie. No, lying. I saw your mouth drop for a second.
What is going on? Did you see it?
I did see it.
I don't believe you.
I did see it. That was the one.
Tell me specifically what happens.
Like that was in it.
The ending.
That was at the beginning. Anyways,
Oh,
I did not like this movie. I did not think it was funny.
I don't believe that you saw it.
There was a handful.
No, I definitely know you didn't.
There was like a handful of parts that made me laugh, but I felt this movie just was not as funny as it was hyped up to be.
Really?
Yeah. I went and saw it with my brother last night at 8:30. We went from the 8:30. We had the 8:30 show at Landmark, and we sat there and we like. There was a handful of parts.
I'm not giving away what I thought of the movie.
Okay.
I'm shocked you didn't think of it.
I know.
Seemed right up your alley.
I really thought I was going to be laughing my ass off at this, but there was like only like a handful of parts that were funny.
The juice joke?
The juice joke was
Did that piss
funny.
you off, or you
No, that was hilarious.
I know.
Like the stuff with Meatloaf.
Sammy Bagel.
That was hilarious. Like I laughed my ass off at that, but like there was only like a handful of stuff. But other than that, I was. I don't know. I was very underwhelmed by it. I did not laugh as hard as I thought I would. Even my brother and I have the same sense of humor. Like we both love comedies. We sat there and we're like, meh.
You didn't like the Bagel Lavash band?
There was a lot of like core stuff that made me laugh, but like overall it was just like no. Anyways,
interesting.
Want me to go next?
Tim, what are your thoughts?
You guys know I don't like comedies.
Yeah.
But I do love animated movies.
Yeah.
So you were at the ultimate tug of war internally.
And I landed right in the middle. I got really tight. I don't think all the jokes landed that much. The jokes that I liked the most were like the really clever ones. Like the Saving Private Ryan.
That was
homage
fun.
Was like hilarious. The Meatloaf was hilarious.
Yeah.
But I think that this movie leaned too heavily on vulgarity. For cheap laughs,
especially at the end when it's just like they should have wrapped
too
it up.
much at the expense of like what could have been some clever jokes. Like I liked there were some parts I really laughed at. I like Nick Kroll's character whenever he had like a food pun or something. That food would be like right. We'd be like right there. We can get into it, I guess. But yeah, overall, I thought it leaned a little too heavily on like the shock of it being like a kids looking movie with like gratuitous language and stuff.
It's
I'm
okay
like,
to...
I get it. Down deliver me like non-cheap jokes every once in a while, and they did every once in a while. They got like nice clever jokes in it that I liked. But
it's okay to have like that amount of vulgarity in it.
Yeah, I probably liked it a little bit more than you. You sound like you didn't like it at all.
I like don't get me wrong. There were some parts that like did make me laugh.
It's probably gonna give it like a 4 or something.
Well, no, this is definitely a 5 bang.
You're just
like don't be confused. This is hands down a 5.
You're like a serial killer, unreadable. Can't trace your pattern whatsoever.
Of zero tell. Yeah. But like if that vulgarity is in there, like there's that much there, you have to also have funny content as well. Like it has to actually be clever
substance.
Yeah,
as I say, the biz.
But I felt that wasn't all there.
Really?
When we get into spoilers, I will like discuss like some parts that I thought were very funny, but not enough to save the movie for me.
Not enough to save the movie.
Yeah.
Ruthless.
Shit. I'm gonna jump in. I enjoyed this movie.
Really?
Tim can probably attest. I was like dying.
Dying the whole time. It's hilarious.
I was just losing it.
I could hear you over there.
You can hear my.
I kept seeing you lean over, and I was like,
"Did you guys see us together?"
Yeah,
the 3 of you. Okay,
all 3 of us.
Yeah.
Oh, so the usual 3.
All 3 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't watch. I don't honestly watch that many comedies. Like it's not.
Mm-hmm. I don't the way I used to.
I watch like 80% serious movies.
Yeah.
And like maybe even 90%.
Mine's like a 95%.
Yeah, like I literally don't watch any comedies. Yeah. Like it's just
for the listeners. Tim, if you like refer him a comedy, he's like, no, shut up.
Yeah, I just
don't care.
That's hilarious.
I have a hard time finding it funny, but this I don't know why it just got me. I just was dying. But here's the thing, like I agree with you guys though. Like certain parts of it, like I was like Kristen Wiig, for example, her character.
Yeah.
Just I don't know why. None of her jokes.
Is she the main bun?
Yeah.
No.
I just didn't care. Like for example, when she's singing, I'm like, stop.
Why are you doing this?
Stop. And like some of it was like pretty cheap. Like when it's funny the first couple minutes when they're swearing, but then like
they just kept going.
I didn't really like the douche twist.
Sorry.
Like I didn't know. Maybe this is a spoiler. I don't know. That he's kind of like the villain.
I think well...
They made that very...
Well, the trailer's different. The trailer makes it look like the whole thing's going to take place outside of the grocery store.
Right.
It mostly doesn't. There's one character that's outside the grocery store.
Okay. I didn't see the trailer, so I can't really say
it's
spoiler.
A shopping market for our U.S. friends. I don't think all of that. I have no idea.
Supermarket.
Yeah, that, like, I was, like, pleasantly surprised at that character. At how...
Because he was a douche.
How jokes it was.
Yeah.
And how he was, like, juicing up.
What a douche.
He was a juice douche. Like...
I don't know why. I thought that was clever. Like, maybe it was too
bro.
obvious.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. He was a bro dude.
Bro!
Come on, bro!
I had no idea that was Nick Kroll. Like...
Yeah, until after?
Yeah, I knew Nick Kroll was in it, but I had no idea that it was him.
There's one character.
Speaking of how you have no idea.
Oh my god.
Edward Norton.
You guys
no idea.
I got that right away.
Really?
Right away.
No, you didn't.
100%.
No way.
I told my brother, like 5 minutes in, as soon as you introduced him, like, Edward Norton.
Do you know who Edward Norton is?
Yes, I know who Edward Norton
This
is.
is not Woody Allen.
No, I know. But he sounds so much like Woody Allen.
I literally was like...
But he was doing a
Woody
Woody
Allen.
Allen
He was doing a
impression.
Woody Allen impression. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Guys.
I don't know.
Guys, what are we doing here?
That-
Why can't we all just get along?
That sounds like...
It's like
Walken.
half Christopher
Christopher
Walken,
Walken.
half Woody
Oh,
Allen.
if you try to do Woody Allen, it will go Christopher Walken at some point.
Yeah.
Like, not you personally. Anyone.
Yeah.
I found it deplorable.
But like some... deplorable.
I just...
Like some of the race jokes, like between... Like there was a lot of like racist jokes.
Yeah.
They went full out race jokes.
That I liked how they weren't afraid to push boundaries.
They weren't
Oh,
afraid.
you loved it.
They
I
weren't
did.
afraid.
Yeah.
Which I commend them for that, for like not holding back.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm just like, it feels cheap.
It's almost too much.
Yeah.
Like that's a joke you didn't have to make.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
Don't make the joke for the sense of making the joke.
Yeah. But overall, I had a good time.
Okay.
I went
6
mindless.
out of 5, you mean?
I went mindless during it. You know.
Well,
I'm like
allow me to
Adam.
jump in. I agree with everything that's been said. I thought it was, like, I laughed more than I didn't laugh. More jokes landed than not. But I agree that you could see the crutch is there, that they're clearly just relying on, like the first word of the movie, if I'm not mistaken, was shit from Seth Rogen.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, the second the camera goes to his character, he's shit!
Yeah.
And they're all like, what the fucking fuck? Like, we gotta get the fuck out of here, man. This is fucked. Like, non-stop.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you don't have to,
I get
like...
it.
Literally every character swears like a sailor.
Yeah.
It's like... I don't know, like, exactly. But then...
He talks like that.
I was, right. But I was also impressed that there was super clever stuff. Like, I thought the bagel and whatever, or lavash,
Yeah.
was hilarious. Like, all their banter.
Yeah.
Like, all the racial, like, commentary and stuff like that was, like, amazing.
Yeah. That was
Like,
clever.
so witty.
I thought like this
Which I
the
didn't
72 extra olive, like extra virgin
Extra
olive.
virgin.
I thought that
Oh my
was
God,
that was
come
funny.
on.
So like some of those like, but it probably was like probably like 45, 55. My laughing, not laughing. Like I got
Didn't
like,
hit as much.
I
There were
laughed.
droughts, I will admit.
I think I might have not laughed as much as I did laugh.
Like some of the taco stuff, I just didn't laugh.
No, yeah.
at all.
Yes, the sounds like
Yeah.
bad, but the female characters I didn't find funny.
No.
Is that fair?
I liked Selma Hayek's character.
In Kristen Wiig and Selma Hayek.
Yeah,
There's
like,
only two.
Right.
Yeah.
There's literally only two.
Like
Oh,
the
there was
singing,
also Sugar
And-
Beard.
the singing you guys are talking about, Kristen Wiig there, terrible.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? When I get nervous, I sing. I'm like, this isn't funny. What the fuck? Who
Like, who
that
thought
was
of that
funny?
joke?
Yeah.
I'm like, just fire them right now.
Please get them out of here. Fire them. But I thought the highs were high. Like, I was like almost in tears at certain parts.
The funny stuff was
I was
funny.
in tears.
Like,
Like it was.
yeah, when they hit, they hit. But some of it was just eye roll stuff. Like what we were talking about, like when douche will like say something like about a food, and they'll be like, "Huh, me?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"No, I didn't."
Oh,
like
light bulb! And you see in the background,
Right.
No, not you, light bulb.
I hated that at first because I was like,
loved it.
"What? That was so lazy." Like the first time.
Yeah.
But then the
Kept
more they
happening.
did it,
Yeah.
I'm like, "You won me over."
And when he did like
This is
he did like the
incredible.
ketchup, he
I-
did like the three.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
in
I
one.
relish that you mustered up enough courage to catch up to me. All of you fuckers, shut up! And he
Yeah.
just points to them.
That was so good.
Like that was amazing.
And I hated his character too. I'm like, because I didn't know what he was at first. When he's like walking through the club, I'm like, oh, this is lame, when he's supposed to be some meathead
I thought it was a toilet brush for the longest time until they actually said douche.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm a douche. I'm like, oh my god, thank you. This is so perfect. And I love just like the uncomfortable, like dark stuff, like when he drinks the juice. Right? The first time, I'm like, is this like Oz or something? Like, oh my god.
I thought you were going to save this guy. And
Yeah,
I
thought that was amazing.
Me too. Like the most uncomfortable stuff where people looked like they wanted to kill themselves, I'm like, yes, give me more. Push the boundary. Don't be scared. Earn the R. You know?
Yeah. Oh, they earned it.
Shit, that climax though.
Yeah.
Michael Cera I thought was great. I love my boy.
Yeah, he's
Michael
funny.
Cera.
His character.
Bill Hader as Firewater.
Oh.
I was waiting for Bill Hader the
what a
entire
guy.
time, and I was like halfway through I realized like I'm not going to be able to figure out who Bill Hader is because he can do any voice.
The tequila.
I knew he was the tequila bottle immediately.
Yeah,
I was like,
me too.
that's Bill Hader.
I had a feel. I was like,
he's fired.
Trusted.
Don't worry. I'll be right
Call
back.
him El Ducho.
Danny McBride played Honey Mustard.
Right.
Yeah,
I thought
got
was
that right
hilarious,
away.
too.
I thought he was great. Just losing his shit.
See ya, I'm out of here, fuckers. And he comes back, he's like, and like when Seth Rogen's holding on to him, like off the ledge, he's like, I can't hold you. Amazing. Loved it.
Craig Robinson played Mr. Grits.
Yeah.
That I had no idea until after.
Yeah.
And who was the Twinkie? That I got. But who was the Twinkie though?
Twinkie was.
I don't even know.
I didn't even write it down.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
He wasn't-
who that is.
I feel like his voice
He
like
played a couple characters.
okay.
But
No.
that was pretty. He was pretty good. I mean, Twinkie didn't have much to do.
Yeah.
We already saw what he did in the trailer,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I thought it was a funny
pretty much his
kind
only
of
thing.
No.
that the Twinkie was like a non-perishable. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought
It's
that
not supposed to be,
Yeah.
but it's just known as like that thing
He
that will
is.
survive the apocalypse, basically, because it never goes bad.
How about Jonah Hill?
Played Carl.
Pretty good.
Carl the Wiener.
Underutilized.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not in it as much as could have
You would
been.
think, not to spoil anything.
James Franco did
Who
not
is
get
he?
him at all. He
Who
was
is
the
he?
stoner.
He's a stoner.
Yeah, the druggie in the credits.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
He sounded different, which is
Yeah.
surprising because James Franco, you can usually tell by
You
his
should
voice
tell
that's
that
him.
lisp. And
And to round out the cast, Paul Rudd played Darren, the Shopwell manager.
Didn't get that
Also
either.
surprising.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Wow. So they literally could have been anyone.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about that at all.
Right.
I need to rewatch and see if I can peg Paul Rudd.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Well, do we want to give our ratings and then get into a couple spoilers if we want?
Yeah, I feel like to really review, we have to spoil.
Tim, start with you.
3.
5 bang? Oh,
3 reels.
savage.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Caught between a 2 and a heavy 2.
Ooh.
Probably going with a 2 though.
Yeah.
Less below average
Yeah.
comedy.
Didn't like, as Netflix would say.
Yeah. Did
If
not
you go
like.
with 2.
Yeah. Yeah. 2.
Adam.
2 reels.
Heavy 3. Heavy 3.
Yeah, heavy 3.
I'd say it was like 70-30 in terms of my laughter.
Yeah.
And this clearly all this is trying to do is be a joke factory.
No.
It's fun.
It's a
Fun.
heavy
I
3.
think that the production might be on halt. Of their jokes.
For you,
Yeah.
perhaps.
It's a heavy 3. Yeah, for me, I mean, there's obviously room, like it's
For
not
improvement, yeah.
like to get to a 4 comedy, like it's
hard.
Got to be a little elevated.
Five.
It's hard to do like a comedy that is like a 5 bang.
To be fair,
But I still enjoyed it.
comedies often go up on rewatches for me. Like,
Okay.
I don't think I've ever, 5 banged a comedy off a first watch. Getting, Anchorman.
It's got to be that quotable,
Yeah.
Anchorman's
Anchorman's my favorite comedy. Didn't even like it the first time I saw it.
A lot of people say that.
So
Yeah, I
much.
don't like Anchorman.
You still don't?
No.
Rewatch
I've only
it.
seen once or twice.
There you go.
Rewatching.
Yeah.
So,
Let's get into spoilers then. Is there anything
spoilers.
specific we want to mention?
Jonah Hill's death was hilarious.
Yeah.
My humble opinion.
I did not expect
He's
that.
like, Michael Cera's like, Garba, what? Sing! The
Yeah.
knife, emerging through his stomach. He's like, what? Carl!
He, slices it in
What the
half.
fuck, man?
Oh my god, amazing.
Like when the knife went up and it closed up on his face.
Yeah.
His head was cut in
Get
half.
wrecked.
He's just like,
Yeah.
I was.
I
Done.
remember you losing
I was
it.
like,
I love that.
He fell into the sink, right? And like you can tell, there's always a garbage disposal in the sink.
Ooh.
I was like, "Are they gonna turn it on?
Please.
Are they gonna turn it on?"
Did they? I don't remember.
They didn't. He like fell like on top of the garbage disposal. I was like, "How could you not do that?"
Pretty funny, like, concept also. Just like if food had feelings, like that whole Pixar type thing. Like,
Yeah.
what would it be like? Like I read a quote from Seth Rogen saying like we quickly realized it would be fucked up if they had emotions because they get eaten. That's their service in life.
Yeah.
It's not like when if toys like
Right, they get played with.
yeah.
Food, they get fucking
They
murdered.
get murdered.
Boiled, cooked.
Jesus
Devastating.
Christ.
What did you guys think of Gum?
Oh, I totally forgot about that character. I love that character. I thought it was hilarious.
I hated Gum for some reason.
Really?
I didn't like him.
You didn't like Gum.
I just didn't like the character. Like I feel like there wasn't like enough there for him.
I like the uncomfortableness of his character, just like the savageness, like the Stephen Hawking type.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, that's fucked.
Pretty savage.
Again, I think the only thing I did like about him was that the fact that they pushed the boundary with that, and that's really it.
That's fair. I guess it's kind of thinly written.
What do you guys think of the bath salts like twist on
I thought
this?
that was funny.
I thought you could tell that they wrote this movie like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Because that's a very dated
bath salts were
reference. People did bath salts for like a month
Yeah, and then
they started eating people, and then they were like, nope.
God.
So you could tell, like, I think it went into production 2010. So, like, you could totally... I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The Pulp Fiction homage was cool too.
Yeah, I love that, right?
I think I missed that.
When he's doing bath salts, he
Takes
fires
out the
up the
kit.
spoon and
Right,
goes
right.
kit, just like
Oh,
Same
okay.
song,
Yeah.
right?
What?
Wasn't it the same song?
Yeah.
Was
Oh,
it
it was
Pulp
like
something?
I don't think they could license it, but it was like the same tune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. How about Michael Cera taking that guy's head?
That was so fucked up.
Dark.
Yeah.
I did not expect that.
He's like, oh, you know the gods could die? I mean, they can die! And drop the head on the fucking table. He's like, yeah, they
And
can
then,
die,
like,
I'm
how he
a fucking
died.
idiot. And he's like playing with his mouth.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Let me tell you a story how I killed myself. Just flips the boiling water in his face. I was
Yeah.
like, that's savage.
Yeah.
And then like the random axe like falls.
Oh,
Like what?
yeah.
Decapitates him.
Hilarious.
And then they figured out how to drive my car, and now we're here. I'm so dumb. Shut up. He
Yeah.
just hit his mouth.
Dark.
There's an
Love
elephant
it.
in the room though. As
Oh.
far as spoilers go.
Is there? What are you referring to?
The end.
Oh, you mean the food orgy?
The massive orgy.
Massive orgy.
Outrageous.
Because we were talking, us three were talking, like how, like, I knew that there was a scene that, like, got really, like, X-rated, and
Right.
I was like, they gotta have sex or something, right? Like, eventually, like,
Yeah.
Right.
Frank and
They're gonna
Brenda
do it,
are gonna
yeah.
do it, right?
Yeah.
And it's gonna be, like, gratuitous.
Yeah.
They just destroyed
Yeah.
me.
Because it
What I
opens.
was thinking was like not nearly as bad
I
as
thought it'd
what
be
happened.
one-on-one.
Yeah.
It opens with them just going one-on-one. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be like Team America.
Yeah.
Just like some graphic one-on-one sex. But
Yeah.
then all the other
The
characters
entire store.
are like, well, let's do it. Like massive orgy, like
And, like,
showing
Lavash
everything.
and Sammy Bagel Jr.
Oh, that was that I liked.
Baffling. I was like,
I was like, how could they push these
was-
characters even more? And they did.
I was
it was probably one of the most
dying.
shocking things I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty shocking.
It was like 50-50, half laughter, half the people like, what the fuck? Just like covering their mouth. I was one of the ones like, no!
Suddenly, Teresa Taco is going down on Brenda Bunton.
Oh my
And, like,
God.
He's jerking off Lavash and Bagel.
She's like, yeah, keep going. He's like, I'm over here jerking off Lavash. It's outrageous. This is X-rated spoilers, by the way. Kids, do not listen.
I did not enjoy the giant food orgy. I didn't think it was funny. Like maybe for maybe 10 seconds, or like some parts that were
Really?
funny, but the entire thing was just like, this has gone on for way too long.
It's definitely for more shock value than
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed like the actual end fight scene, like where they took over the supermarket, way more than I enjoyed the actual food orgy.
I liked when the Mentos was talking to the pop bottle. He's like, you have to do it, man. He's like, would you rather die of free food?
Or Die an Empty Man or something like that.
Something like
Yeah.
that. And he's like, this is going to hurt. And he tears the bottom off. And you see the Mentos like drop. And then the
That
pop
good.
bottle just, goodbye! Ah! Like falls in the guy's mouth and blows his head off. Are you kidding me? Holy shit. That was almost more shocking.
That was pretty great.
Sex orgy.
That was pretty great.
Not quite. But yeah. I don't know. I somewhat agree. Like the sex orgy, like I wasn't like laughing. I was just like, oh my god, how did they make this?
Yeah.
And Seth Rogen, like I'm watching his interviews promoting it. He's like, there's this scene where the entire theater in every test screening is like, how the fuck did they make this movie? How did they get away with doing this?
That was it.
Yeah. But yeah.
And they did have a Hitler joke, which was nice.
I loved it.
Killing the juice.
Exterminate the juice.
Yeah.
Gotta love that.
Classic.
You guys are all looking at the Jew in the room right now. You know that, right? Like all of you guys are just staring.
Was it funny?
I thought that was funny.
Did you like, you know hummus? You like hummus?
Yeah.
I do. I like hummus as well.
I consider hummus to be one of my closest friends.
So
if you're okay with hummus, I'm okay with you.
Nah, get the fuck out of my
Look at that, man.
Or when he put his balls on his eyes.
That was weird.
Remember that?
Like
the Arabian goggles. Now I get it. Classic. What's the safety word?
like when they go back to like this, they're at the same aisle and they're fighting over the aisle there. Like I'm assuming that's some sort of very racist political joke there when like they're fighting over
those
the
like mobs are like screaming at each other.
Yeah,
the Jews and the
Israel.
Arabic.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's yeah.
How much did that pig stealer steal from you? Like
he's talking like how much like or like did he take from your hand or like it was like really I can't remember what the exact remark was. Yeah, like they made like one super like offensive remark and I was like, that's fucking awesome.
How about the jars of curry with the turbans?
Yeah, hilarious. Those guys were funny.
Something already.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hilarious.
I guess time move on.
Yeah.
You know what? 6 out of 5 on the shock factor.
Yeah, let's move on now into our news topics. Sausage Party. Let us know what you guys think. It's seems to be divisive on this podcast.
Yeah. My brother loved it. Gave it a heavy 4.
Really?
Brother's a savage. I love it.
Yeah.
My brother and I both walked out and said we wouldn't see it again.
What'd your brother think? Just same?
Yeah, he was insane. I think he actually might have laughed a little less than I did.
Oof.
Which is weird.
Actually, Tim and Adam, girlfriend corner. What did Emily and Ashley say?
Oh, you guys went with the girlfriends.
Ashley was excited for this movie. And then she came out not liking it.
Yeah, I thought she said stupid or something.
Yeah, it was way more vulgar than she thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
She didn't expect it to be like that bad. No, she knew it was rated R, but she didn't expect it to be like that much swearing and that much like
did. That might be fair.
Terribleness that it was.
It went a little.
And then, not a fan of the food porn scene at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, I could tell. Yeah. Emily kind of had not the exact same. She thought it was really funny, like most of the way through, but she didn't like the food porn also. Yeah. She thought it was like ridiculous, too far.
And neither one of our girlfriends liked the tampon.
Oh yeah. Oh, we'd be remiss not to mention that. That was shocking.
Like
the condom.
The condom.
Condom's bad too.
The toilet paper. The toilet paper.
How did we forget all this?
What if you like? What did it do to you? Like you don't want to fucking. And he went back into the bathroom. That I openly laughed at. So it's like you don't want to fucking know.
I love
He's
the
like
condom.
backed up.
The condom was the most shocking.
People were disgusted by that in my theater.
They wouldn't stop. It's like glued together. I was like, yes. That's funny.
Or like the half-eaten pizza slice.
Yeah.
I thought that was...
He's like, I committed pizza genocide, man. I'm sorry for eating your family pizza.
Let's move on in our news.
Let's leave that in the
What did you guys think of Meatloaf? I want to know that. So to me, that was like the most funny. Like that was the funniest creative part in the movie to me. I think that was just hilarious.
Amazing.
Okay, good. All right,
I loved it.
Hilarious.
How could you not?
Okay, I'm good. Now we can move on.
Meatloaf.
Classic.
Rogue One.
Oh,
A Star Wars story.
Did that come out? Yeah.
Official trailer dropped this week.
never heard of it.
Tyler, what are your thoughts?
I actually like the teaser more than I like the trailer. I feel like the actual trailer, it felt like it was going. They were alluding around a story that isn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot more that actually had to do with the plans, and this trailer to me makes it think that they're going in a different direction. The plans is going to be like a sub story to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I
That's just okay. Yeah. No.
There's going to be some sort of Star War. I don't.
I haven't seen the war in the trailer. I don't know if there are stars involved. No, but it just seemed like the actual point of the movie wasn't about the plans to me. Like it seems
what's your impression then that the movie's about?
I don't know. Like I might have to rewatch the trailer just because I don't know. It didn't seem like it was very definitive to me.
A major weapons test is happening.
Yeah,
we need to get the plans.
Yeah, like I got that.
You didn't get that?
But then all the other characters were talking, and it's just like it doesn't seem like they're actually talking about what they're going to be doing, or it seemed like there was something else going on. I don't know. I might have to rewatch it, but it seemed like
I think you have to rewatch it.
Okay, was that just me?
Tim, then what are your thoughts then?
Okay,
this movie looks amazing.
Yeah,
like gorgeous to begin with. Like the shot of the Death Star like hovering over the planet. It's fucking like it looks like they built a Death Star and found a planet and put it there. Like it looks amazing.
It looks real.
Not crazy,
like
right?
the Star Destroyer.
Yeah, Star Destroyer like hanging over the planet as well.
Tim, it looks real.
Looks real.
I need to clarify. Sorry, this movie does look really good. Like I didn't say that. It looks really good, but it's just it's not what it looks like. It's something else though. Like it looks like it's not what I expected. But sorry.
Did you guys catch a really evident reshot or reshoot character?
No.
What's his face? Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, hair and no hair.
Bald in the first teaser trailer. Has hair and beard in this one.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a character that's super similar in, I think, Rebels, the TV show.
Clone Wars.
And as we're filming, they're like figuring out, they're like, fuck, yeah, we should just make him this character because he like fits he's like essentially the same character. So that might explain to most of the reshoots. Was probably to go back and like reshoot him with like
really
hair and beard, so he looks like his Rebels counterpart or Clone Wars counterpart.
I did notice he had long hair. I'm like, I couldn't remember if I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
The actual one he didn't have any.
Yeah.
Really, I didn't even notice that.
Was he bald or did he have something on his head?
I think he might have had something.
He might have
he didn't
like
have the same hair or beard that he has in this.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that deserves a rewatch then.
Yeah.
Maybe he just shaves.
I did notice that he looked different for some reason. I couldn't put my finger on it. Yeah, I'm gonna jump in. I mean, this trailer doesn't add anything more for me. I got to see, Alan Tudyk's like robot basically, which is pretty cool. Is he Android? Droid.
I think it's
just
a droid.
Who looks pretty badass. Got to see Donnie Yen talk. There's a couple extra scenes. Extra shots that we got to see, but overall, my opinion hasn't changed about this movie. It looks amazing. I didn't really need to see this trailer.
A-word.
I didn't need to see this trailer, but
yeah, I was already hyped.
It's a good way to put
it was. Yeah, I'm totally invested. I'm totally in. I can't wait to see it. Adam.
I think this movie looks nothing short of fucking unreal. Visually, I just don't even. I can't even believe how good this movie looks.
Mm-hmm.
Like visually, it looks like Force Awakens. Like it looks like the same amount of care went into this.
I know, right?
That went into Force Awakens, which I did not expect for a second.
Like clearly there is CGI, but like I'd be hard pressed to find out what was models and what wasn't. Like
it's
it
the
looks
good
amazing.
kind of CGI.
Yeah.
They use it as like a tool to enhance the practical stuff.
Yeah.
They didn't just throw entirely CGI'd like characters in there, right?
But what the baffling part is that they did, like, obviously they can't have like a massive like AT-AT like shooting at them.
Yeah, but it looks so good.
Like shooting lasers.
I'm sure
like,
they could have used miniatures like animated around it or something.
I can't wait to see like behind the scenes footage.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's what's crazy is that I can tell it's CG, but at the same time like it looks great. But like I know it's CG, but it's just like it looks so good that I don't care.
Right. Maybe that's the case. Yeah.
I could see them like making a model of it and then just animating the model just because it looks so good.
Yeah, I'm sure they do that. But like, I don't know. I just for something like before any trailers, I was like, yeah, it might be good. I don't know how I feel. Now 2 trailers in, it looks fucking amazing. Like it looks like potential 5 bang.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god.
I'm almost more
What
hyped
is
for
going
this
on?
than I was for Force Awakens.
Yeah.
I can't go that far, but it looks fucking amazing. These trailers might be better than the Force Awakens trailers.
I'd say they are, yeah.
I think I said that at the time, and I was like, do I dare say this? But I think they are.
Here's one reason why I think I might enjoy it more than Force Awakens, is that it's not beholden to those characters.
It's new and fresh.
It's not. You don't have Han and Leia and Chewbacca and those guys back. The only reference to what happened here is some Bothans died to get those plans in A New Hope.
Classic.
That's literally it.
And Vader, of course.
Well, and we got a nice little tease of Vader at the end.
Extremely
peek at the back of that helmet. Yeah.
Do you think they needed it?
No.
What do you guys think?
I don't think so.
I don't think they needed it, but I liked it.
They had to though, because you got to think of marketing, right? The average person, if they see Vader, that's a draw. So why not? You got to use it.
What is scary is that I was talking to someone recently, and they're like, "Oh, is this Episode 8?" I was like, "No."
Yeah,
this is Rogue One. It takes place before.
Did they see the trailer?
Yeah, I think so.
I watched it with Emily. We give you her reaction.
Episode 9, is that alright?
What's the main girl's name?
Felicity
the actress?
Jones.
Yeah. Felicity Jones comes up. Huh? What the hell? And I'm in my head, oh my god, why is she saying what the hell? Keeps going. She's like, what's going on? What? And then it ends. I'm shaking, convulsing, that was amazing. And she's like, stupid. Why would they recast Rey? I don't understand. And I'm like, and I'm like, that's amazing you said that, because there's a big debate online as to whether they've marketed it enough for casual fans to differentiate, people like you that aren't into Star Wars really, and you've proven they haven't.
Yeah,
because even on Jedi Council, Christian Harloff and all them on Collider, they were saying their mothers were oh my god, it's that, did you see the Episode 8 trailer? You like Star Wars? Literally everyone who's not a nerd is calling this movie Episode 8.
Oh,
they they need, I don't know what more they can do, but they need to somehow, they maybe should put a date in the trailer before Episode 7. They need font saying
I'm expecting a lot of Facebook posts being shouting after people have seen this movie, being what the fuck? I thought that was Episode 8. Fucking just taking my money.
When's Episode 8 coming out?
Nice.
That's what I'm expecting.
Recast Daisy Ridley. Worst movie I've seen this year.
She needs to wear one of those "Hello, my name is" tags, and it says "Hello, my name is not Rey."
I could see that Vader clip. People being Kylo Ren, back of his head. He's back, baby.
Man, his helmet looks familiar.
But other than that, it just looks fucking incredible. My boy Ben Mendelsohn, menacing.
Yeah.
And can we talk about the sound design? That siren gets me every time. Never gets old. Shit's getting real.
Let's go back to Ben Mendelsohn. Looks nothing like him. He looks.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think he looks
like Ben Mendelsohn in an admiral outfit.
To me,
he's very clean cut in this movie.
The way they shot. The last thing I saw him in was Mississippi Grind.
Yeah, he's usually pretty schlubby looking.
But then I saw him in this, and it's he's looking down. He looked like to me. Who did he look like? I just had it. I lost it. Give me a sec. You know what? Talk amongst yourselves. It'll come back to me.
Good name. I guarantee it.
Well, I think we should move on.
I figured out who it was. I can't remember his name though. He was the captain of the Enterprise in the first Star Trek movie.
Chris Hemsworth?
No. The one after that, the one who died in this.
Oh, yeah. He does look like him.
He looked down like that. Looked exactly like him for a second.
I can't remember his name.
Bruce Greenwood.
Bruce Greenwood.
Yeah, looks like him.
Okay. Thank God.
Wasn't your worst.
Okay, good.
Comparison.
Well, Tyler, I hope you're ready, because the next trailer we're reviewing is Resident Evil.
Oh my God.
The final chapter.
Oh my God.
Can I say something?
Let's all do it. Let's all give our thoughts, and then Tyler at the end. Go ahead, then.
I saw this played before Sausage Party.
Yeah.
Yep.
First 30 seconds, I was like, what the fuck? Why are they playing a BMW commercial?
I saw that.
And then it panned up to the Raccoon City. I was like, oh, I laughed. I don't know if Scott caught it. I was laughing.
I think I heard you
the whole time during the trailer.
That's amazing. It is a LOL.
And then it does this too. It tries to make a really catchy trailer with edits, making the sound the sound effects with the guns and terrible.
What?
Terrible.
Ouch.
I know you're heartbroken because you think for some reason I like these movies.
You do like these movies.
I like the first one.
Did you say we? We do like
Tim.
these, Tim.
You and I against the world, man.
Swear. Don't lump them in. With
I don't mind
freak.
the first one. It's like a 3.
Oh,
The rest are bad.
the first 2 are like guilty pleasure for me.
First
And
two's that second one's not bad either.
yeah, from there on it's shit.
So again, you love all of these movies.
like he said, he loves them all.
I'm not going to say anything that can be spliced into.
Admit it to yourself, Tim. You know it to be true.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that was.
You
Just
do
it.
the editing, Tim, so you don't have to worry about people using this drop. Right?
Tim. Just
I'm
admit
Tim,
it.
and
Yeah,
I love.
The first time I saw it, I was sitting next to Tim before Sausage Party. This movie's gonna be atrocious.
Wow.
But
Wow, right out the gate.
the trailer,
I haven't beat
I
around.
thought it was a pretty hype trailer
It was. I
for
thought it
a
was
shit movie.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna wait.
Let me jump in right there.
Because I thought it was pretty exciting.
Now, do you like the
movie-
other ones?
The trailer.
Like, do you like the
trailer
other
was
movies?
exciting. No.
No. Okay.
Idiot. No.
Okay. Good. Okay. Just okay.
I like the first one is like okay because I have a nostalgia for
Yeah.
For the games or for
yeah
the movie?
both yeah.
I love the games. I'll give you
Yeah, the
that.
games are great.
Okay. Oh, good.
Right?
Okay.
That's
The
something.
games actually have a good storyline, so I don't know why they banned it.
Like that's. I love the games, and that's why I don't like the movies.
Yeah.
To help. All right. This movie's gonna be shit. Straight to DVD bullshit. Somehow making it to the theater. This trailer was edited and cut well.
Right.
This
Okay.
is what you call polishing a turd.
Okay.
this trailer is a well-made trailer, in my humble
It
opinion.
doesn't hide
Again.
anything from you though.
The movie will not be good. The movie doesn't even look good, but the editing, the art of making a trailer was put to good use.
I thought it was I thought it was well done for what they had to work with.
Don't for a second think this movie won't be shit, Ty. It will be. I don't know how to stress that
The
enough.
final chapter. Thank God.
I did laugh out loud about 20 seconds in when this January came up. This
The
toilet bowl.
The toilet bowl of movies.
This graveyard season, we have a turd and don't know where to dump it. I know where. You're fucking right.
Tyler, what are your thoughts?
On to our next movie.
Oh. Ouch.
Guys, this trailer was fucking awesome.
Right. Continue.
I will say this. I love these movies are my guilty pleasure. The first one was amazing and they did go downhill from there. But I do like okay. This movie's gonna be amazing.
Say how
this
you
movie's
feel.
gonna be amazing. This
There you go.
this movie is just gonna be like Scott. You were saying they didn't try to hide anything. They don't have to hide anything. They
There's
everyone
nothing to hide, idiot.
everyone
They know what they are.
everyone knows what this movie is going to be.
I will give
Trash.
you that.
Okay, okay, Scott.
don't-
Again, you're not working with me, bud. Work with me.
They're embracing what they are.
Yeah.
I'm being very generous. You should be happy.
I am.
It's a well-cut trailer. Looks like that director who sounds like Paul Thomas Anderson.
Paul
Wes Anderson?
Paul Wes Anderson, the shit version. Mila Djokovic's husband.
Yeah.
At least I guess they seem to be embracing just the popcorny, actiony shit.
And that's what it is. It's not supposed to have an incredibly deep storyline. It's not supposed to have like.
Well, debate like
This is
debatable.
it's
Based off the games, like if they had any affinity to the games, which they should have followed some sort of storyline.
Yes, but you shouldn't go into this movie thinking that it's going to be anything more than what the other ones have been. Scott, don't say anything. If you say it's going to be shit like the other ones, I'm going to just choke you with the microphone.
I'm not a fan of that, though. I
It's
don't
just
like when
let
people
it-
say like, "Oh, you can't like take it seriously." Come on, it's shit.
It's supposed to be just a
What?
fun. It's supposed to be just a fun, entertaining movie.
I get that, but there's a way
Don't
to do
expect
that.
any nominations for anything like
No,
like
no.
it's not.
But there's a way to make a movie like fun, like Guardians of the Galaxy is supposed to. Just be fun.
There's a big
fun as
following
fuck.
for these movies. No,
Big.
No, there is.
it's niche. It's cult.
Yeah.
Right.
But there is a following
Yeah.
for these
Yeah,
movies.
fans, please comment if you love the RE franchise.
I'm afraid to ask for Christoph Goen's opinion. 'Cause
Christoph,
I'm afraid he's going to
blast
just
him.
rip me apart.
He might love it. I don't know.
Christoph probably loves it.
6 of these movies. Wow.
There was
I've seen
Is
three.
there?
You've seen-
Are you joking?
There was 6. This is number
I
6.
thought this was number 8.
No, this is 6, bro.
I've seen 3 of them.
I don't believe this is number 8.
Wow. So go
Extinction
ahead.
wasn't half bad either, actually.
Yeah, thank you. Oh my god.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't hate Extinction. The first 3 are tolerable. That's the best I will give you, sir.
The other 3 that I haven't seen.
The other 3 I haven't seen are surely garbage. No, I've seen the 4th one, it's garbage. Don't even try it. I will not watch 5 and 6.
That's when they started going 3D, and then she's like throwing knives at the camera and stuff.
That big thing swings the axe, that Silent Hill ripoff, Pyramid Head.
That was the second one?
And they slide under the, like, rain.
Oh, sorry, yeah, they did that in the fifth one as well.
Alright, I don't know. Fuck, I don't care. I hate this franchise.
It's annoying because they use, like, characters that are good. Like, Leon shows up in, like, number 5 or something. And, like,
that infuriated me to the core.
Because Leon's sick.
Leon's my favorite. RE4, best game ever made. Yeah. Leon's a man.
Boom.
You know what's sad? I never actually played the games. I like these just solely based on the movie.
That is genuinely disturbing.
That makes me sick, actually.
Yeah. Like, I think I might have, like, started
playing...
playing...
You have no experience.
I think I might have started playing the first one, like, when I was a kid, but I never actually finished it.
First one's not great.
Oh.
It's like the worst.
Probably why I didn't finish
Very,
it.
very dated.
Okay.
Same with number 2. And 3.
And 3. And 5 and 6 are not good either, but...
How does this movie have such a good following?
The storylines are good. Storylines are good.
Why do people love this
series? Gameplay and, like, graphics are bad.
This movie's gonna be great. Fuck all of you.
Next trailer we're gonna discuss. Not a very well-known flick. Moonlight, directed by Barry Jenkins, starring Mahershala Ali and Naomi Harris. What are you guys' thoughts on Moonlight? Adam, start with you.
My thoughts on Moonlight? Well, Scott, simply put, this movie looks amazing. Really. I'm all in.
Interesting.
Visually, musically, everything. Well, this trailer.
Yeah. Okay. I was just about to say that.
Obviously, I don't know what the movie will be ultimately, but the trailer sold me for sure. It took obviously a big twist. It opens up like a gangster film or something. I was like, whoa, this is gonna be like crazy.
God.
Right. I saw the grills. I was like, okay, this looks like there's a level of art to it. Like, this could be sick. And then it takes a twist, an emotional turn, obviously.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, this is pretty sick too. I'm in.
No. Do you mind if I go, Scott? This trailer looks phenomenal. But the problem is that I don't know if the movie will be able to hold up to how well the trailer was cut. Like, it was cut like
distinct possibility.
Like
Inspirationally beautiful.
Resident Evil.
I was talking about Resident Evil. What are you guys talking about?
Inspirationally beautiful.
Yeah.
We're talking about Resident Evil still.
Yeah. Okay.
Looks
Good.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Inspirationally beautiful. No. It was cut beautifully. Like the music, it was amazing. But like, I'm afraid that the movie won't be like that.
We'll have to
like
see.
this is cut like very artsy, and like I'm afraid that like
it feels like a very artsy film.
It looked to me though.
Feels like it.
I mean, it looked to me that they obviously there's no way to tell. I haven't seen the movie, but it looks like they were conveying the vibe of the movie through the trailer.
Yes.
I don't think it could be all that different. But
I'm hoping not.
Like, I don't like, this is like a low budget, like, independent film.
Yeah.
This isn't like Suicide Squad where they're
Yeah.
trying to sell people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It appears that this movie knows what it is, and it's playing to like that artsy crowd.
Yeah.
Like myself.
Yeah, like that's a common thing with these lower budget art films. Like, the trailers are very like honest portrayals usually of the film.
Mm-hmm.
They're not trying to be something they're not, because they know they're not going to make $200 million in the box office.
Right. They're like,
Right? They're going to make
$10
$10 million.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Something like that, right? If even that, you know, $5 million. Something like, you know, they're playing at art house theaters and stuff like that. They're not even getting a wide release at all.
Looks like an award. It's striving for awards, not money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I'm totally in. I mean, it's a totally different story than what we've seen, because it's like this young black kid, and it sort of follows his like journey as he becomes like an adult and stuff, and he's sort of finding out who he is, you know, how he's like clearly elephant in the room, he's like attracted to men.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's sort of a interesting sort of dichotomy, because he's like a gangster, but like he's like attracted to men. So it's like, I don't know, there's a lot of potential like emotionally for like his character, and like follows his like childhood and how his parents, you know, are like possibly abusive, and like his mother's clearly in jail or something. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, it just seems like a totally different spin on movies that I've seen in the past. So
Yeah.
I'm totally in, and visually it looks amazing.
I was just gonna say that visually just stunning, and like Just the audio, like the music and everything was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, this looks great. Holy
And just
shit.
like that one moment where like he's in the car, he's like, "You drove all the way this way here for me or whatever." Like, and the guy's like, "Yeah." I don't know. Like, I just
the performances look.
Yeah, the performance in that scene was great. So yeah, I'm in. Tim.
This movie looks fantastic.
Yes.
Nice.
Sold.
I'm always scared of what Tim's gonna say. I can't.
It looks like City of God in the sense that it's like these two guys who've kind of gone a different path by the looks of it over their life. Because they look like they're kids together, and then I think one of them might be gay or both. I don't know. I'm excited to see where this relationship ends up going.
Like maybe they're both gay together. Like it's.
I don't know.
Maybe
one's
It
like
looks good.
closeted about it. He doesn't like that part of himself. I'm excited to see where this movie explores their relationship.
The performances look sweet.
Look unreal. Yeah.
Right. Like I imagine like the emotional distress of him like having to hide sexuality within like the hood.
Yeah.
Most
And
like homophobic place on earth.
Ali, like the dad. I think he's playing
Possibly
the dad, right? Looks like he's the dad.
Yeah.
The one recognizable guy.
I know Naomi Harris.
Yeah.
Was like water with them or something, right?
Yeah. I think he's playing one of the dads.
Yeah.
I think by the looks of it.
Yes.
But yeah, it looks great. Can't wait.
I'm in.
The problem with these
picture
movies
of
is that they never end up getting any love at the Oscars. Like, I mean, I can't speak for this movie, but
I can
You
see
don't
this
think so? It
getting.
looks
I-
Oscar
smaller
buzzy.
indie, like, I don't know.
It looks like an Oscar-y movie, I think. Maybe, hopefully.
He's probably gonna be up for like best writing or something.
yeah,
like
that's what I could see it being up for.
You see like acting and writing and stuff.
Acting is always like those big showy roles, though, most of the time.
Yeah.
True. Well, I don't know. Brokeback Mountain. It's kind of a similar thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't think that was
Much
as independent
bigger
as this one
actors.
was.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. That's true.
Let's move on into.
Like, obviously, best picture is obviously Resident Evil.
I don't know why.
Let's move on, Ty.
Okay, looking at you, Tim.
I don't even know why they're gonna even do the Oscars this year. Just give them all to Resident Evil.
I know. See, you get it.
Actually, they'd have to play a couple screenings in December in order to qualify this year because it's coming out in January.
Sorry, Ty, buddy. I just missed that window.
Limited release December.
Sneak it in. December 31st.
Please.
Sea of Trees,
Oh.
starring Matthew McConaughey, Ken Watanabe. The trailer came out, in case you
Did
guys
it?
didn't know.
The movie also came out
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Year and a half ago at Con. Booed.
Why was this pushed back? Why was it not? Why are they waiting like
Still no
a
release
year and a
date,
half
apparently.
for?
Oh,
No.
no idea.
Maybe the booing.
That might have something. Did they reshoot? Did they redo
Sam,
reshoots or?
though, let's hear your thoughts.
I know.
What do you have any speculation as far as?
Doesn't look great.
Oh.
Looks very melodramatic,
Oh.
especially the scenes at home.
Oh.
But the scenes in the forest, which I hope is where most of the movie takes place, with Ken Watanabe, look pretty good. Watanabe. Look good. I was pretty excited for this movie when it got first announced, like years ago. I think I was talking to Adam about it actually, and I was like, "Sweet, yeah." They're like, Matthew McConaughey is playing like this movie where he goes like this forest in Japan that's like famous for people killing themselves. I'm like, this is gonna be like a deep, like emotional thing, and then this movie you get barely any forest, mostly home stuff with his wife. I'm just like, this looks very melodramatic, but we'll see.
I'm not sure if that is a true representation of the movie.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Because I've heard all I've heard is that it's a lot of Matthew McConaughey and Ken Watanabe like
Discussing
sobbing in the forest, emotional,
What did people
and not
expect?
much about at home. I didn't hear much about that. So I'm on the fence because like I've heard all the bad things about this movie,
Yeah.
and I'm like, and then I see the trailer, I'm like, it looks okay, but then is it just are they trying to hide something?
I'm gonna have
I don't
to.
know. I
Somewhat
don't know.
agree.
I'm not really excited for this.
I like the concept. Like I was pretty excited, and then Gus Van Sant did Good Will Hunting. I'm like, okay, cool. Sounds pretty cool. And then obviously all the negativity came out saying oh it's like just terrible. And that was how long ago? A year ago? Something 2 years ago? Year and a half?
Year and a half ago.
Yeah.
So it's hard to not kill the vibe. Like I was pretty excited, but then I see this trailer. I don't think it looks terrible.
No, it doesn't look like atrocious. It just looks average.
I couldn't spot anything that was like, oh god, this is what they're talking about. Like that looks
Yeah.
fucking disgusting. Looks well shot. performances look fine. I could see, like you were saying, Tim, the home stuff. Some of the like writing was a bit like mushy, like very like Oscar bait, sort of like trying too hard.
Yeah.
But I think it could be good. I don't know. Those people could be wrong at con.
To me, it looks. I think Tim said it best. It looks too dramatic to me. I don't like.
I said melodramatic.
Oh, what did I say?
You said dramatic.
Oh, melodramatic. Sorry.
Dramatic is good.
Dramatic is good.
Melodramatic.
It looks just
gratuitous.
Yeah. I don't have it. And if it does take place in the forest, I'll be very excited about that because it looks stunning. But I don't know. I don't think it is. I don't think it will.
It'd be cool if they captured Japan a lot. Like, if it takes mostly in Japan, I'd love to see that.
Somehow I doubt that.
You don't think it will? Yeah,
I think he's gonna like land in Japan and then cut
Just
to him in the forest.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not interested. Like, it looks meh to me.
Agreed.
So on that note,
that'll do it. Episode 58 of the Up Real Late podcast.
You can follow us on Twitter at Up Real Late and find us on iTunes and YouTube. Just search Up Real Late, and you can find me personally on Letterboxd at Up Real Tim.
You can find us on Facebook and on Instagram at Up Real Late Podcast. You can also find me on Letterboxd at Up Real Ty, Tye.
You can find me, Adam, on Twitter at Franny25 and on Letterboxd and Instagram at UpRealAdam.
You can follow me, Up Real Scott, on Letterboxd. Check out my PTA list.
Yeah,
check out mine too. It's way better. Totally.
And yeah, guys, don't forget to leave a like on this video, leave a comment below, and of course subscribe if you like our stuff. We really appreciate it. Keep it real, guys.